What's up guys, it's me, Sneaker Dan, back again with another new video. It's been a while, it's been probably a good couple of months since I made my last video. And today I got a special treat because I'm bored and I'm working remote at home right now. A special treat for you guys. I'm going to do a rep versus retail comparison. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been hearing and understand now lately that reps has been getting very good, very good actually, very good quality. They pretty much almost replicate very closely to sneakers, and so I decided to do a really quick review. Fuck. A really quick review of a rep versus retail comparison. Within the past year and a half, I collected a lot of retails, and also I have been buying a couple of reps. Shoes have been a big collection thing for me for a while, as you guys may know, but I can't dish out 2,000 to 10 grand for a shoe now because I have other stuff. I need to buy a house and stuff, but I still love shoes. And all the people, I understand, they're like, oh, but if you don't have the money, you shouldn't buy the shoe. Why the fuck would I do that? Well, I can just buy the shoe. If I like the shoe, I should buy it. I should be able to buy it because it's originally $80 to $160. That argument is stupid in my opinion. But besides all that, let's get right into the comparison. Oh, fuck. So, the comparison I'm doing today will be the Jordan 11 Breds. So, as you guys may know, if you guys watch my old past videos, Jordan 11s have been one of my most favorite silhouettes of the Jordan lineup. And I love Jordan 11s. I love everything. My favorite Jordan 11s go from the top three of pretty much the Breds, the Concords, and then the Legend Blues. And so, since I love my Jordan 11s so much, and I can't buy I can't even kind of justify spending $500 for a good brand new pair. StockX is going from anywhere from like $400 to like $600 depending on the pair of sneakers. I can't buy them, and nor do I want to buy them because I have the money, but I have other stuff to do. So I decided to buy a rep, wear those, beat them up, while I still keep my retail pair on ice and very new. So I had to buy them. And I thought, hey, this is a good opportunity for me to make a really quick, not a really quick video, but a video of the comparisons and to show you guys the difference between them. Let's get right into it. So, as you guys can tell, there's pretty much no visible a difference in between the two boxes. They have both the same Nike swooshes, and actually looking at them, I gotta actually make sure which one is the real one, which one is not. Alright. This is the rep, this is the retail box. So, off the first bat, just looking at the boxes itself, there's not really much of a difference. At the end of the day, a box is a box. Most shouldn't really care unless you're a reseller or you're trying to resell your shoe later down in the future. You're selling a beater and then people request a box because they think it's fake. That's the only time you'll probably care about it. But these are what the boxes look like. Virtually no, like visibly not really big difference. But if we dive into it a little bit more, there is a little slight difference between the two boxes. For on the retail pair right here, the color differences in person is actually very visible, and as you guys can see through the video, you guys can definitely see it too as well. This box, the rep box, actually looks a little bit more, I guess, dare I say, quote unquote vintage, meaning like it looks like it's been kind of like worn down, or like it's been stuck inside the storage room for many years, and like the color has been kind of fading away now. It's a little bit more faded compared to the retail box. Retail box looks more brighter in the red. Looks pretty much almost more brand new than anything, while the rep box actually looks more faded. It looks old, and pretty much it looks like it's about to be dead. That's one of the main differences between the boxes. Another big difference is the size label. The size label is actually like, off of the first look, it's not that big of a difference. You don't really see it. However, if you look at it very closely enough, I'm gonna show you guys a little close up. You guys see a little close up right here on the retail box. Actually, the the size label and also the price tag actually looks more faded. I don't know if it's because my retail box has been in my closet for a very long time, for about a year or two, but the the boldings of the price tag and some of the certain letters, they're kind of chipped away or kind of faded, kind of, honestly. Or it's a little bit thinner. It's not as, like, bolded. While on the red box, it's actually a lot more bolded. And if I'm honestly gonna say it, I think the red box actually shows the lettering a little bit more better than the retail box, honestly, compared to the honestly, the red box actually has more bolded letters. It looks pretty much like what a retail box or a retail like price tag should look like compared to the real one right here on my right side. And so that's another big difference. Pretty much other than that, there's not really any difference between the boxes. And then so let's get right into inside the box. Inside the box, it comes with pretty much, what everyone knows for the Jordan 11s to have is a little bit of like these little plastic garbage bag type of like material things to cover your shoes. There's not really any difference. They feel the same. They look the same. There's no color differences in between that at all. The red box actually comes with the little pamphlet that you get from the last release. And if I take these two out, pretty much exactly the same. They did a good job replicating the little like the saying Air Jordan 11. Air Jordan 11 is one of the most iconic silhouettes in history of sneakers. This season, Jordan Brand celebrates this model by delivering detailed craftsmanship honoring MJ's first Triple Crown run. And very much it comes with both of these intact, no differences. And so now, let's get right down into the actual shoe breakdown. So I'm going to take out one pair. This will be on the left, the rep. And on this side, this would be the retail. Both left shoes. And so let's get down into it. So let me bring the table a little bit closer to you guys. So let's go. So this is the retail pair. Retail pair, as you guys all know, looks the same. It's like what you expect, pretty much. Red bottoms, white midsole, all black upper with the red swoosh. Same thing with the reps. Not really much of a difference. So off of the first glance, or even if you look at this or look at any other shoe, you're not gonna see big of a difference. It's gonna be like, wow, like he has some nice fresh kicks. It looks really cool. It looks really nice. It looks brand new. I only worn these like I think once or twice, so these are pretty much practically near dead stock. I would say very near dead stock actually. No scratches, no creases or anything. I kept these very nice because I love Jordan 11 Breds. My favorite silhouette. But so off of the initial look, you don't see the difference. But if we kind of look more into it, there is a slight little difference that most people wouldn't know unless you're doing what I'm doing, which I'm actually like analyzing and looking into the shoes. So off the bat, it will be pretty much the height of the shoe. The height of the shoe, if you can tell, it's a little different, as you can tell. I think it would be better if I took a right shoe out on my retail instead, because it will show up a little bit better. So basically, the heel height between these two are pretty much a little bit different, if you can tell. Retail is a little bit shorter than the rep. The rep has a little bit higher of an ankle guard right here, or like the ankle height of the shoe is a little bit higher. It's about like, I believe, I would say about like a centimeter taller than the retail pair. However, there has been some cases that some of the retail pairs have been higher than most other shoes, so it's not big of a difference. But let's get more into it. The booty bump. The booty bump on the retail pair is a little bit more, I guess, a little more prevalent. You can kind of see it. This is what you expect from a Jordan 11 in recent years of like what the silhouette is kind of shaped as. While this one is not as prevalent, and it's because of the high ankle, of the higher of the ankle guard right here. It kind of shows them more of a little flat compared to a bump. However, this is more in line of the recent Jordan 11 releases. For example, the Cool Grays have a higher ankle with a higher patent leather, which I'll get into with both of these soon. So this is actually more in line of the recent releases compared to the past 2 years of the Concords and the Breds actually. And so that was like one thing that's a difference. Another big difference is the patent leather height. Off at the first glance, you don't really tell a difference because most people wouldn't tell a difference if you see a rep versus a retail, honestly. The difference is definitely the patent leather heel, the patent leather height. Sorry, I can't really talk because I'm trying to get through this video. But the patent leather height is a little bit shorter on the retail than the rep. The rep here is actually a little bit higher compared to it, and then this would be a very good comparison between these two. So as you can tell, it's a little bit shorter. Right here, it's about like I would say a centimeter, maybe 2-3 millimeters taller than the retail pair right here. And I guess this is a really good comparison to all of like the ankle height and the patent leather. It seems like this is a very high top shoe compared to than the retail, which kind of looks like more of like a mid top. That's another big visual difference between the rep versus the retail. Patent leather wise, patent leather is actually not that bad on the rep. Another difference you can tell is honestly just the like the front. The retail is a little bit more fatter, as you can tell. It's a little bit wider, while the rep is a little bit more thinner. It's a little bit more slim on the toes right here. Another thing that's also missing on it is that, as you know, Jordan 11 have a little triangle top right here, a little pointy bit right here. Rep has it, but it's not as big. It looks like it's kind of like as if the shoe cut it off, or someone cut off the little pointy end right there. That's a big difference for people who are trying to buy I guess from a reseller. Definitely look, if it doesn't have a pointy bit, or if it's not as prevalent, that means it's probably not real and you should have spent $400. You're gonna spend that type of money, you might as well just buy a rep like this then, and then pretty much just rock it and break it down and just wear it out as much as you want, because it's cheaper than a resale pair. Just a little food for thought. Another difference is, and then let's go down to the bottom. The bottom, there's practically no difference. My shoe may look a little bit darker because I have wore it a lot. I wore it twice already, and it's been in my closet for many years. While the rep is pretty much brand spanking new, and pretty much there's visibly no difference. Maybe the only difference you can kind of tell is that this mid portion right here is a little bit thinner on the rep than the retail, but you know, it's not big of a difference. And then the carbon fiber is actually very, very similar. They feel the same, they look the same, sounds the same. Yeah, it feels the same and sounds the same. I don't know if this is actual carbon fiber compared to the actual Jordan 11 Bred that I have for the retail pair, but practically there's no any difference. If I will say, and then pretty much that's about it for the terms of like the visible differences. If I would have to say something, basically in terms of like I guess comparison wise, how close is the rep between the retail? I will honestly say like a 0.9 to 1 ratio. Like there's definitely a lot of stuff they could fix on this, but it's not really something to be fixed, honestly, and nothing to get fixed on, because most people wouldn't even notice on foot, nor will people even notice as you're wearing them and stuff like that, and as you beat them up more, because they're shoes at the end of the day, you know. These are meant to be worn, both of them. But however, there's not really big of a difference in any of them. On the Nike Air inside is pretty much the same. The toe guard on the retail, and this is the toe guard on the rep. They pretty much are exactly the same thing. There's no difference. They're pretty much the same thing. And I'm actually very surprised that the rep actually gives you a real guard right here. That's actually really sick. I actually like that. Laces are pretty much the same between the shoes. Smell is pretty similar to what I expect from a retail pair. And I'm gonna wear these real quick. Let's see how they feel on feet. So I will say, so as I'm wearing the rep, I don't feel much of a difference, honestly. But then put on the retail pair, and I'll tell you the difference. Alright, so wearing them both at the same time right now, there's not really much of a difference. They feel the same, I can feel both the Air Max and both the shoes. They feel the same. They're very comfortable in both feet. No difference between them. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. So, off the bat, not much of a difference. Quality-wise, performance-wise, there's no difference. They feel exactly the same. Pretty much the air, carbon fiber, I feel everything in both these shoes. However, there is a difference between the terms of feel, meaning that the size. So these are both in a 9.5s, as you guys saw from the boxes. However, the retail definitely fits a little more snug on my feet because it is true to size, while the rep actually feels more like a 10 to me. So that might be the difference between the rep and the retail in terms of the patent leather cut and also the ankle height. These actually feel on my feet more of a 10, size 10 on my feet, honestly. I have a little bit of space on the toe box on the toe box near my toes. The side here is a little bit better, or a little bit wider for me, and hence why I can kind of tell that, you know, these feel more like a size 10 than a 9.5, which could explain potentially the ankle height and maybe the patent leather cut. I might be wrong in terms of that because I don't have a size 10, but it kind of makes sense as for, you know, since it's a bigger shoe, meaning all the materials might be a little bit bigger or a little bit higher, things like that. That's just my take on it. However, I actually like how these feel on my feet because I might be a size 10 because my feet are very wide, and so these actually will be very nice for me to wear every single day. But overall, those are the two differences between the shoes. Now, verdict. What is the difference? What would I say? My thoughts on the rating on both on the shoe, and should you get a pair? Off the bat, like I said, the replication of these two shoes pretty much is that this one is pretty much a 0.9. I would even dare say a 0.92 to 1 ratio with at least my pair. You can potentially get a pair that's a 1-to-1 ratio, but this will I would definitely give this a 0.9, 0.92 1-to-1 ratio. This is very close to my retail pair. There's visibly or virtually barely any differences between them unless you really inspect and look at two of the same shoes of the comparisons. Patent leather cut maybe a little bit high on these, but it's not that much difference. And like I said, this is definitely in terms of the looks and the patent cut as well as the ankle height. This is more in line to the Cool Grays 11s and then the Jubilees. Their cuts of those are definitely a little bit higher for sure. Or in recent years, most Jordan 11s have been getting a lot higher of a patent leather cut. These are a little bit more in line in those compared to actual previous Concours and the Bred in the last, I believe, in 2017 to 2018 years. So that could also explain it, which also at the same time, not really big of a difference. Would I say, should you get a pair? I said yeah. I say yes. If you have a retail pair and you don't want to buy reps, that's fine. But I'm sure, I hope you are wearing your retail pair. If you are like me, I would love keeping my Breds, and the thought of me wearing these every single day, which I would, but the thought of, you know, just sorry, I got a call. But the thought of me, you know, just wearing these every day, eventually breaking down, and then I have to throw them away eventually, kind of gets me sad. I want to prolong these as much as possible because these are my retail pairs. I love these to death. I love to wear these. I would rather get a rep pair so I can break these down, and then when the rep market all of a sudden disappears, I have my retail pair and I can wear these for the next 4 to 5 years. And so I would say yes, you should get a pair of rep if you guys can't afford to get a $400, $500 pair of the Breds. I got these from a seller. His name is Mr. Hugh. He's a middleman for the rep market, and I got these for a price of $149. Not bad at all in terms of that. It's actually cheaper than a retail pair. Am I saying buy reps only and not buy retail? No, I think you should support the retail market. You should buy a shoe. If you're able to get a shoe for retail, get it for retail. If you're not, then depending on the resale value, you can buy it if you really want to. But I think this is a close second, a close second or third option for the shoe. And so would I say get it? Yeah, 100%. But pretty much overall, that's about it for the video. I hope you guys liked this video. Comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what do you guys want to see next. What shoes you guys want me to put a big difference between. Also, another video that's coming up soon. I was able to get early access on the Jordan 11 Cool Grades, and also I got the Jordan 11 Cool Grades in a rep scheme as well. So I'll definitely do a big difference between those two. And also I got a rep for the Jordan 11 Legend Blues, and I'll do a comparison between my rep pair and my retail pair. My retail pair is beat up. It's like piss yellow, but I'm gonna try to give you guys the most basic breakdown between those two, and kind of cut this video as short as possible, because this has been a 21-minute video. I hope you guys like it, and catch you guys next time. Peace.